Bison are the largest land mammal in North America, and potentially our most iconic. Scientists believe that at one point, as many as 30 to 60 million bison roamed the Great Plains of the United States. But with the arrival of European settlers, the fur trade, overhunting, and the cattle industry, it took that number from multiple millions to 325 animals in less than 100 years, with only 24 living in Yellowstone Park. However, the U.S. government took action, and what could have been an utter loss was salvaged and today has become one of the greatest conservation efforts in North America. A now estimated 500,000 bison live in North America, with the Yellowstone herd recovering to over 5,000 animals. Because of this incredible act of conservation, every year, hunters are able to pursue and harvest bison in several different places across North America. One of the coolest parts of moving to Wyoming has been the hunting opportunities that are available to us right in what we consider our backyard. What used to be a once or twice a year type of trip has turned into an entire fall and winter's worth of adventures every year. Each season, I put myself, Brenda, and our 2 children into the draw for all of Wyoming's incredible big game species. And last season, my daughter Dana was able to draw a once-in-a-lifetime Wyoming bison tag. So Brenda and I hit the road to meet up with Dana and her boyfriend Toma in Jackson, Wyoming to hunt North America's largest land mammal. Yeah, well, I don't know. So we're going to get up real early. We're going to go get you a walk-in permit to the elk refuge first thing in the morning. And you do for Monday, so we're going to try to get them for tomorrow, which they said you could. And normally, though, literally to team it up like this, I mean, it could have been weeks ago, and it could be a month from now. And they just came on today. They shot 10 to 12 of them today out of this herd. And according to tonight, they're still on the refuge. So we're going to... This could be, we could literally shoot one tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Hi!
Hey!
Hey! Good to see you. Hi! Hey! How are you? You made it.
Hi, Toma. You made it safe? How was it driving?
Hi, Dad. Hi! How are you? Good. Good to see you. Well, Mac and you guys both have this in here. There's one bathroom, but this is so cool.
Yeah, isn't this
That's
cool cabin?
happening, yeah.
Are you ready to shoot a bison?
Yeah. This is a nice cabin. I didn't know when you said cabin if it was like a flashlights headlamp cabin with a porta potty or like a warm water cabin.
Okay. Okay. So, this is a bison. Okay. Very old mammal in North America. The cow horns tend to kind of come in like this.
Okay.
The bowl, see how the bulls, mature bulls, go more up, where the cows tend to go in like this. The bull's head's going to be much more blocky and square.
Bump. Their hump is bigger.
And their hump is going to be larger. The cow's hump is not going to be as large. And it's going to be, the horns are going to curve in.
Well, we can shoot either one, so it doesn't really...
But you have a type 1 tag, which is a cow or a bull.
Okay. Is that good? A type 1 tag?
It's perfect.
Because
then we can shoot anything.
Great.
Okay. So, shot placement.
This is more important.
On a bison. Basically, we're going to tag him on the top of his shoulder. See how you can see that shoulder crease right there?
Yeah.
So if you look at his body, if you go halfway up his body, you're going to be getting a little bit high. So you can see right there, his vitals are down in that region there.
Lower than deer.
Yeah.
So you almost like pick the middle and go a tiny bit down.
We can only be within, we have to be within 50 yards or 50 feet of Dana. I'll look tonight.
What if I have to pee?
We'll look the other way. So because
so you guys can't go.
We can't go scout somewhere else. Like we're accompanying you.
We have to stay with you.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
The cool thing is, the bison came on today. The last 2 years, they didn't come on until January 15th.
That's wonderful.
It's December 15th today, and we happen to actually take this time off.
Good news. Very good news.
This is really, really good news.
Great.
Yeah. So we're shooting 338 RPM with the 225 Barnes TTSX bullet.
Okay.
Put it in the shoulder, but we'll shoot them another probably time or two. I'll bet. I'd be shocked if we don't, shoot it a couple times so it doesn't run off. So we'll probably put 1 or 2 in there. Remember, if it's quartering away or 2, and then I'll tell you. So if it's quartering 2, I might say, hey, put it on the front part of his shoulder. If he's away, I might say tuck it in right behind his shoulder.
Yeah.
So depending on what his angle is. A little herd, and that's it. In the world, like a year of a wild bison herd, there's like not very many bison taken. It's like super, super special to be able to do it because there's just not a lot left. Bison are maybe on the elk refuge here in Jackson. We're gonna go out and look in the morning. We got as many warm clothes out as we can. It's supposed to be 6 below when we get up in the morning, and we don't have bison buffalo fur, so it's going to be a cold morning, but it's going to be fun. So we're going to go out first thing, see if we can get some permits to get on the elk refuge and go after these guys.
One of the funniest parts about this whole thing is that Dana didn't even know I'd applied her for a bison tag. So when the email came through, she was really confused. Temps were well below freezing, more than a foot of snow on the ground made for tough hiking. The views, however, were unbeatable. We'd gotten some intel about where the bison had been spotted the previous night, so first thing in the morning, we headed straight there. The amount of game running around on the National Elk Refuge was truly incredible. When you can see bighorn sheep right off the side of the road, you know you're in a special place. We spent a large portion of the morning hiking to a glassing point to see where the bison had been just the day before. We saw plenty of evidence that the bison had been there, but it was clear that they'd moved on. We headed to the opposite end of the refuge to take a look, and were rewarded with our first look at some bison.
Man, my eyes fogged it up.
Okay. All right, scoot your buns.
Yeah, those are bison. So we got to figure out where the heck that is, if it's in a huntable area. You see him? Let me look here. All right, so spotted our first bison. It's about noon. A couple miles back to the south, up in the mountains. We got to figure out what kind of land they're on out here. We got elk refuge, we got national park, we got private, we got national forest.
There's about 20. I bet it's the pack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe even more. Yeah. Well, we're a couple miles away from a herd of bison. Some other trucks and horse trailers here, so hoping we can beat the crowd to it, but I think horses have a head start on us. So it's gonna be a long afternoon. It's noon. We're committing, so it's all day to go after bison that's in a huntable spot. So it's gonna be brutal. We do have to cross a big river. Other than that, slam dunk.
As we began to hike towards the bison, I could feel the excitement building. It was slow going as we had to break through the snow. But as we began to see bison tracks, we realized that they'd be just beyond the ridge ahead. As we crested the hill, our hopes were realized.
We've spotted bison 800 yards away, but the wind is going the wrong way, so we'll need to reposition. There's some more. There's some more in the trees. Just okay. There's some more through the trees.
We dropped back down into a bit of a valley to close some distance, and then side-hilled to get within 400 yards and pop back up over the ridge. And the bison were right where we left them. Now with the bison in our sights, it became a game of waiting for a bull to break from the herd and present a clear shot. All the snow prevented us from going prone, so shooting sticks was our only option. Fortunately, as we were moving around, the bison didn't seem to be too alarmed by our presence, as there was nowhere to hide. But we were afraid to try and close the distance any further. So at this time, we just started to try and pick out a suitable bull.
The sixth on the left one that's open in the middle has a huge hump. And he's the most open if we can get him forward more. Oh, I see him. He's got the one with the snowy face facing him. Yep. He's to the right. That snowy face one is also a bull.
We sat on these bison for over an hour, waiting for the right one to present itself. Dana was freezing, and the constant game of getting ready to shoot and letting back down really started to take a toll. She'd take off a glove 1 minute, get ready for the shot, only for another bison to walk in front of or behind one of the bulls the next minute. This must have happened a dozen times over the course of the hour. When it came down to the moment we'd been waiting for, a bull breaking from the herd, unfortunately, Dana missed.
Go again. You shot over him.
Sorry.
No, just stay right where he is.
Did he move?
There. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I saw you flinch.
Sorry, I'm nervous. Where's the bison?
Brenda, get up here now, please.
As the bison balled together and began running away, a follow-up shot became impossible. A short chase proved futile, and all we could do was watch as the bison crested the hill and left the refuge. Missing the only bison we'd seen on the elk refuge felt like a big defeat. These bison were already near the edge of the refuge, and in all likelihood, we felt we had just spooked them on to the national park. We spent the first hours of the next morning looking for any sign that the bison may still be on the refuge. But the only bison that we found were on the national park, and we were beginning to battle discouragement as we couldn't turn one up on huntable ground. But one of the things that draws so many of us to hunting is that you're always just a moment away from your luck changing.
All right, well, we're out here for another day. Beautiful day, and there's one lone bison we're gonna go after and go see. We hiked 7.5 miles in the thick snow yesterday. Almost got a bison killed, but didn't work out, so we're gonna go get revenge. What do you want to say, Dana?
Ready to kill one. There's a bison 200 yards away. We're gonna try to go get it.
After the miss the previous night, I was worried that Dana's confidence was low, and so I'd come up with this genius dad idea to have her dry fire on the animal first to help her regain her confidence so she wouldn't flinch. Well, the timing was such that right as she dry fired, the animal turned and walked into the thick woods on the edge of the refuge. Let's just say it was an intense family moment as my brilliant idea led us to the second swing and a miss of the hunt. Our only hope was to then try and track down the bull in the woods before he left us for good. So in a rush, we post-holed through the snow until we suddenly got a glimpse of him looking at us from the hillside of the trees.
There's sticks in the window.
Don't worry about him.
He's facing towards us, though.
Take the safety out.
No, there's sticks in the
Okay, right there. I don't care about the sticks. Front left shoulder. For right now. Go again.
Yes.
You downed him.
Did I hit him?
Yes.
Yes.
Go again. Go again.
I
You hit
can't
him.
see him anymore.
It's okay. You hit him and you downed him.
Yay. Okay.
But we don't know.
I can't see him anymore. Good shot. Thanks.
Great shot.
Okay. Can't see him. I can't see him.
You watched through the binos?
Oh,
No.
I don't see him.
Nope.
Did he run?
Well, he went down. He literally fell.
Okay.
So
Should we
it
go
was a hard
chase
hit.
him?
No, wait a second. Wait.
There were a lot of emotions after Dana's shot. As a parent, you always want your children to be able to experience things that you never have. And to some degree, even though it can be painful in the moment, you want your children to experience hard things. Watching Dana miss the bison the previous day had been hard. And although I'm sure it hurt in the moment, she never let it show. Instead, she chose to be positive and go into the remaining days with an open mind and positive spirit. There were many things about this hunt that stood out. The sheer size of the animal, combined with his history of roaming North America for centuries, brought about a feeling of respect and honor to be holding a tag all these years later. Additionally, it brought about a feeling of gratitude for the conservation efforts of those before us to restore its population to what it is today. As always, the greater the challenge, the greater the reward. The below freezing temps and deep snow only added to the intensity of the hunt. So much so that it kept our young and in-shape cameraman from making the journey the day of the harvest. I consider myself to be truly blessed to have such a strong woman beside me to share these moments with in Brenda. This is a moment with our daughter that we will cherish forever. We butchered the entire animal together that next week, and when we sat down with our whole family at Christmas, the backstrap from this bison was the centerpiece of our feast. Dana can light up a room when no one else can. You combine this personality with the spirit of perseverance and determination, and you have a recipe for success on a hunt like this.
1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, good job, you guys. Oh wow.
Okay.
That's gonna be a heavy sled.
Despite only packing out the bison roughly a mile, it was incredibly difficult in the deep snow. We were dog-tired and cramping, and it took all of us taking turns, plus coming back a second day just to get it all out. But as I look back, the memory of the struggle has long since faded. Although our freezers will eventually run out of meat, the taxidermy will fade, and the pictures will gather dust. The memories and stories from this once-in-a-lifetime hunt will truly live on forever. I can just hear Dana telling the story of her coveted bison hunt to her grandkids someday. And let me tell you, that girl can tell a story. And I only imagine it will get better with time and practice over the years.